So try this one out. So this is more, as I said, more mechanics about moving around the fretboard. I use this all the time. It's fairly simple. It's a very small fragment of technique, but it's very useful, I find. We're going to try this. So you're going to place your third fret. We're going to stay in the same sort of scale. So if you think G major or A Dorian, if you want to look at it from that perspective, it doesn't really matter. Place your third finger on the 7th fret of the high E string. Now what we're going to do, instead of coming straight down the scale, we're going to immediately drop a 5th below us. So the way that I do this is I tend to do this pretty much with those 3 fingers, certainly in this part of the neck. I'm going to grab the 7th above me and then pull off to the 5. Okay? So you get this, okay? And what this is going to do as well, we're going to do repetitions of this sort of idea, which will give us an odd feel anyway, because it's a 3-note phrase. And then we're going to double that up from the B string, so we're going to come back onto that 7th, now with the 3rd finger. 2nd's going to grab the string above us, pull off to the 5, so we get... That's it. So each time we do that, we're jumping an entire 5th, rather than... And again, we get that odd grouping to give us a bit more of an interesting feel as well. Now essentially the first one is just to take that straight up that piece of territory. It's nice and tidy, we've got everything in the 5th fret, everything in the 7th fret, so we don't need to worry about altering that at all. You can try that anywhere. Double it up, move it about. It's a nice way to get a little bit of fluency, have a slightly wider intervallic sound, and also have an odd note grouping. Alright, so we're just going to try a couple of variations on that as well. So we're going to start off with just a simple pull off from the 7 to the 5. And then do the same lick. So, there we go. Now again, this is quite an interesting thing as well, because that's now a 5-note grouping, so that will gradually move across, or it'll seem to move across the bar length as we play it. So, and again, you can try that in different parts of the neck and then figure out how you're going to negotiate it. There's a lot of woodshedding to be had with this one. Alright, and then one other slight variation. We're going to do this one, so we're going to do the pull off, and then we're going to take the second part of the lick and start that from the string above. In terms of what I'm playing the 7th fret on the high E, I'm pulling off to the 5, 7th fret on the B, 7th fret on the G, pull off to the 5. Good. And then we'll try that from the 2nd string. And each time you set it off a string higher, so you end up coming back on yourself a little bit.